show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're looking at the DC Collectibles Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mikey as Batman action figure. Now this is a first of a new line from Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, an animated film. By the way, the animated film is great. If you like Turtles and you like Batman, it gives you everything you could possibly want for a crossover with them. At one point, Mikey was in the Batcave, and he put on the Batsuit briefly. It's kind of an amusing little scene. Now, I got mine from GameStop.com. This overall line is a GameStop exclusive, as I understand it, but this San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figure here is not a GameStop exclusive. You can get it from Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. I actually originally pre-ordered mine from Entertainment Earth, and then GameStop got theirs in stock. So I canceled my Entertainment order and placed one at GameStop.com. It was actually cheaper because I got free shipping there, so I was definitely happy to do that. So let's take a look at the packaging here. So you can see Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, logo for the film. Here's Mikey smiling, happy, wearing the Batman suit. Mikey as Batman. It says it's a PX exclusive, which means it's a previews exclusive, which is available pretty much only at certain online retailers. You can see up here, DC Collectibles. On the top, Batman vs. Turtles. On the side, got the turtle shell, Nickelodeon. Really nothing on this side. The bottom, we do have a barcode, as well as a bunch of credits. And on the back, you can see here's Mikey, and then here's the rest of the line. They're all going to be in 2-packs. Batman Leonardo, Damian and Raphael, Batgirl and Donatello, and Alfred and Michelangelo. My biggest concern with this line, it's going to be too short and not the usual 7-inch scale that DC Collectibles makes. But we'll see. I'm strangely probably looking forward to Alfred the most of all the figures. So, with no further ado, let's open them up. And I'm going to say, looking at the back of this, there is one 2-pack not pictured, and that's going to be Shredder and Ra's al Ghul. And so I did end up getting 2 of these figures, one to keep in my complete, unopened 6 and 7-inch Batman and related collection, and of course, one to open. And then here he is, taking his rightful spot with my other unopened Batman and related figures in front of my Batman comics. Alright, well now that we got this guy out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. Like I said before, he's got 4 additional hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands. He's got a slice of pizza, as well as a sewer cover painted like a pizza. That was a weapon launched out of the turtle van. Pretty cool in the film. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figure. So, my thoughts on the movie was, it was pretty cool. It included pretty much everything I would ever want in a Batman vs. Ninja Turtle movie. Batman, Turtles, Ra's al Ghul, Shredder, League of Shadows, Foot Soldiers were working together. All the Bat Rogues mutated. I mean, my god. Pretty cool film, nonetheless. And it had a few funny moments as well. So you can see, here he is. He's got the Batman mask on, and of course he's laughing. You can see his bandana kind of hanging down there. Don't really like the way the elbow pads look, or knee pads, very bulky and very square and straight. Figure definitely has an animated look to him. I mean, he looks cool based on the source material. My biggest concern is he's pretty small. I know the turtles are smaller than regular people, but I'm very concerned that the humans and Bat characters are going to be way on the smaller side of things, and that disappoints me. We'll find out soon enough. Next, let's look at his accessories. So he's got 6 hands. 2 of them are thumbs up hands, which is pretty cool, but I'm not going to use them very often. Then he's got 2 completely open hands. Yes, turtles only have 3 fingers. Then he's got sort of his semi-open gripping hands. Those are the default hands he came with, and probably the default ones I'll most often use. Nice little slice of pizza here. And a sewer cover painted like a pizza. Cool that it was in the film as a weapon, but I would have preferred a sewer cover painted normally. I do understand why we got this. And so here he is with both of his thumbs up hands, giving a thumbs up. Looking pretty cool. It does match his face pretty well. If I were to ever use his hand, I'd probably just use one of them at a time. Pretty cool, but going to be used on only the rarest of occasion. And then here he is with his open hands. You can use them like they're relaxed at his side. Could be like he's high-fiving somebody. Could be like he's touching something. And then here he is with his semi-open gripping hands. Probably use these the most, as how else can he eat pizza? Next, let's look at his pizza painted sewer cover. Like I said before, in the film, the turtle van had a pizza launcher and launched these, and they seemed like they would kill somebody if they hit them. They were hitting the walls so hard going into it. I thought it was pretty cool. And one thing I do think is pretty cool as well is if you flip it over, it can function as a regular sewer cover in your city. So pretty useful accessory for sure. And then here it is next to several different sewer covers in my action figure city. And then here he is with a pizza slice in the Batcave. And honestly, he really cannot hold the pizza. I had to balance it here between his fingers. I thought maybe his gripping hands would hold it. Sure don't. And then here's his pizza slice in the center, next to a whole bunch of different pizza accessories that I have for my action figure city. Now that we've taken a very in-depth look at his accessories, next let's check out the height of this figure. So this guy here, from foot to the top of his head, is about 5¼ inches. If you count the ears, about 5½ inches. Like I said, a lot shorter than I'm hoping for. The humans will be bigger, but I do think they're going to be on the shorter end of things. Next, let's check out his articulation. So his head here can go around with ease, can look up and down, really not at all, just go around. Of course, his cape is cloth, very nice, lightweight, can move around, can be draped over him. It's absolutely huge. I really do like that. His shoulders are on kind of a ball joint, go out not 90 degrees. Of course, they go up, it's rather tight. His elbow is single jointed, but it does have a swivel as well. Then his wrist is on a little bit of a ball. They're interchangeable, go up and down just a hair, and then of course can go around. He really has no ab crunch and no waist swivel of any kind. I mean, it looks like there's some articulation here, but you really can't do anything with it. You can see it moves just a tiny bit. Seems honestly pointless to have added that. His legs go out about that far, not too much. They're ball joint side of there. Then go forward about that far, go back not far at all. Then his knees, they're actually double jointed. Go back about that far. Then his foot, looks like there's a ball joint inside of there. Can go up and down. It can tilt and rock like you wouldn't believe. And it can't really go from side to side though. And with his legs and soft cape, yes, he can sit down in a chair. Here he is sitting at the Bat computer. Although, of course, Michelangelo will be the last one of the turtles to ever sit at the Bat computer. And here he is, kind of like in the film when he put the mask on, sitting on Batman's T-Rex trophy and mocking him until Damien decided to put an end to it. Next, let's check him out compared to some other action figures, starting with some Ninja Turtle figures. Now, I don't have a lot of Ninja Turtle figures, but I do have these NECA 1990 movie turtles, which are absolutely fantastic. It's not that I don't like turtles, but I'm just not a turtle collector. But these guys are truly exquisite. And then here he is next to the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con Ninja Turtle movie set. These guys seem quite a bit out of scale with him. Next, let's check this guy out next to some different Batman figures, starting with some smaller brands and working our way to some larger ones, just so you have an idea of what he's going to be like scale and style-wise. Here he is next to the SH Figure Arts Batman figures. He almost looks small compared to them, and these are the smaller end of 6-7 inch collecting. Of course, do keep in mind the humans are going to be taller than the turtles, but I do wish they were the full traditional DC Direct 7-inch scale. Now here he is next to several different Batman the Animated Series, Bruce Timm-verse Batman figures. This is about the scale I'm expecting these GameStop figures to be. Here he is next to some Mattel Movie Master Batman figures. I think these guys scale up pretty good with him as well. Here he is next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse Batman figures. Here he is next to some Mafex Batman figures. Here he is next to some Mezco 1/12 soft cloth good Batman figures. And then here he is next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles Batman figures, some old and some new. Then here he is next to some NECA Batman figures, some of the nicest Batman figures out there in my opinion. So overall I would say this is a cool figure. It's more cool than it is an actual good quality action figure. At least that's my 2 cents on the subject. His articulation is not that hot, and his sculpt is kind of blocky and clunky. I mean, he does look good compared to the source material. And this is a perfect action figure line for this film. This film has a lot of action, a lot of really cool, fun moments, going to appeal to kids and adults alike. There are going to be 10 more figures released from this film that we know of so far. They're all going to be in 2-packs in our GameStop exclusives. Really excited to continue the line. Really excited to get the Alfred figure, honestly. Hoping eventually they'll give us some of the mutated rogues. That would be phenomenal. If I were to rate this figure, I'd probably go ahead and give him a 6 out of 10. And if it wasn't for the fact that he was cool in the Batman costume, I'd probably give him a 5 out of 10. Not super excited for these turtles, as they're not going to be as good as the NECA ones, and not going to be scaled with the rest of my collection quite as well. I'm really excited to check out the Bat characters from this, though. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews of me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.